Now, I know what you're thinking from that title. Zilla, how are you going to do a crossover between Zorro and Star versus the Forces of Evil? How is that even fucking possible? Well, dear watcher, or viewer, can't say words, there's actually an interesting idea I had for this crossover. And it's actually kind of interesting because I've always had it kicking around in my head for a Zorro, but it's not a crossover in the sense that you think. It's not really a crossover in the sense that you think. It's not like Star and Marco meet Zorro. It's not like that at all. It's actually more along the lines of someone taking on the mantle of Zorro. And yeah, of course, it's Marco who takes on the mantle of Zorro. So in here, basically this is an idea that was kind of set during Season 2 of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Season 3, and this is the time period where Marco's on Mewni, and there's still kind of that monster oppression going on with the royal family, and the idea, basically, is centered around, is that in this crossover, Zorro was a real person in this crossover. Zorro was a real person. He's not from a story or what have you. He was an actual dude in Marco's history, Earth's history, in Earth's history, and Zorro was like Marco's idol. Like his parents would tell him, like as bedtime stories, stories of Zorro and all of his heroic actions. So that was kind of the idea, is that, yeah, there was a Zorro, he was in history, he was a real dude, and Marco idolized Zorro, and even fantasized of being Zorro. Like, he would tell Star as a kid, like, he would run around with a stick and be like trying to carve Z's into places, and it wouldn't go well, like the stick would break, or something like that. But yeah, that was kind of the thing, is that, Marco idolized Zorro, and as this whole monster oppression thing's going on, Marco and Star want to help out, but the thing is that Marco believes he has an idea to help, because he really sees, one day, the idea I had is that one day he sees some humans, some Mewman guards, as well as Mewman peasants, really beat on a young monster. They really beat down a young monster. And what happens is that, he comes to help them, and Marco and Star get shit for it, even though Marco says, it was the right thing to do. So he knows that Star's going to get in trouble, and he's probably either going to be, if he keeps this up, he's either going to A, be thrown back to Earth and never see Star again, or B, he's going to probably be arrested for, quote-unquote, conspiring with the enemy. So, the idea I had is that he doesn't really think of it right away. He actually has a conversation with Eclipsa, and whatever car. Sorry, a car alarm went off. I don't know if the mic picked that up. But basically, he gets the idea from Eclipsa, who says, if you really want to help people, you best do it from, in this day and age, it's better to help someone from the shadows than try to do something of that, to do something like this out in the open. So that's when Marco's like, holy shit, I know what to do. So Marco gets the brilliant idea to take up the mantle of Zorro, and since no one knows on Mewni who the hell Zorro is, he's like, oh my god, this is perfect, I can be Zorro, and no one will instantly think, oh, it's a story from Earth, it must be that Earthling guy, I know. No one's gonna think that. No one knows who Zorro is on Mewni, so it could be anyone. So, Marco, by day, is like a squire to Star and aide to the royal family, but at night, he puts on a costume, like a Mewman version of the Zorro costume, like he uses Mewman robes, like something akin to that, but it's very close to... It's like a medieval version of the Zorro costume. He grabs like a rapier, a whip, and actually has a black unicorn as his tornado. Because Tornado was the name of the horse, if you guys don't know. But yeah, he basically becomes Mewni's Zorro, and aids in the aids against Mewman oppression on monsters. Well, at the same time, he does fight monsters, so he kind of plays both sides. But it's more like, hey, I'm here to help. I'm here to help in I'm here to be a hero for both sides. So that's Marco's initial idea. However, it doesn't really go the way he thinks, because Star kind of figures out real quick of who Zorro is, and she's like, Marco? No, I'm not Marco, it's you. I know your voice, and I know it's you behind that mask. Yeah. So that was kind of the idea, is that Marco is, Marco is Zorro, and he's wanted by the Mewni royal family for assisting, for battling against Mewni guards. And Star's like, well, you've gone and screwed yourself, my mom's looking, my parents are looking to find and arrest the man called Zorro. So that was the idea. That was kind of like the initial idea, is that Marco kind of becomes like a hero of both Mewni peasants and monsters, and tries to relegate peace between the two while taking on this identity of his great hero, the guy he idolized. So that was pretty much the idea I had for Zorro and Star versus the Forces of Evil. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much my idea in a nutshell. Again, it's not like, Star and Marco go back in time and meet Zorro, or Zorro falls through a mystical portal and ends up on Mewni. No, it's not like that at all. It's just that Zorro would be mentioned in this, Diego de la Vega would be mentioned in the story, but he would not be, physically there. So anyway. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much my idea for a story. You guys tell me in the comments below. What do you guys think of this idea? You guys like it? Hate it? Just comment below, let me know. I know this is a really out there one, but I was like, yeah, this could work in a weird way. So, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.